On March 6, 1981, a shocking scene unfolded in a courtroom in Lübeck, West Germany. A woman named Marianne Bachmeier, armed with a pistol, walked up to the dock where a man was standing trial for the rape and murder of her 7-year-old daughter Anna. Without hesitation, she fired 8 shots at him, 6 of which hit him in the back. He collapsed and died on the spot. Who was Marianne Bachmeier, and what drove her to commit this act of vigilante justice? How did the public and the media react to her deed? And what were the legal and moral implications of her case, which divided a nation and sparked a fierce debate on the rights of victims and the limits of the law? This is the story of Germany's revenge mother, a woman who took the law into her own hands and became a symbol of a mother's love and rage. To understand Marianne Bachmeier's motives, we need to go back to the tragic events that led to her daughter's death. Anna Bachmeier was a happy, open-minded child who lived with her single mother in a small apartment in Lübeck. Marianne, who ran a pub, had a difficult life. She had given up 2 of her older children for adoption and had been raped shortly before Anna's birth. She loved Anna dearly but struggled to balance her work and parenting responsibilities. She often left Anna alone at home or took her to the pub, where she worked late into the night. On May 5, 1980, Anna had a quarrel with her mother and decided to skip school. She wandered around the neighborhood and ended up at the home of Klaus Grabowski, a 35-year-old butcher who lived nearby. Grabowski had a history of child molestation and had been released from prison just a few months earlier. He lured Anna into his apartment, where he kept her for several hours. He then strangled her with a pair of pantyhose and stuffed her body into a cardboard box. He dumped the box on the bank of a canal, where it was discovered by a passerby. Grabowski was arrested that same evening after his fiancée tipped off the police. He confessed to the murder, but denied that he had sexually assaulted Anna. He claimed that Anna had tried to seduce him and blackmail him for money and that he had killed her in a fit of panic. Marianne Bachmeier was devastated by the loss of her daughter and enraged by Grabowski's lies. She vowed to avenge Anna and make Grabowski pay for his crime. Marianne Bachmeier waited for almost a year for Grabowski's trial to begin. She was frustrated by the slow pace of the justice system and the lack of sympathy from the authorities. She felt that Grabowski was being treated too leniently and that he would escape with a light sentence. She also feared that he would harm other children in the future. She decided to take matters into her own hands and kill him herself. She obtained a Beretta 70 pistol from a friend and smuggled it into the courthouse on March 6, 1981. She hid the gun in her purse and waited for the right moment to strike. As Grabowski was being escorted to the dock by 2 policemen, she followed them and pulled out the gun. She fired 8 shots in quick succession, hitting Grabowski 6 times in the back and chest. He fell to the floor, bleeding profusely. The courtroom erupted in chaos and panic. Marianne Bachmeier calmly put the gun down and surrendered to the police. She said, "I have shot him, he deserved it." Marianne Bachmeier's act of vengeance shocked the nation and made headlines around the world. She was arrested and charged with murder. She admitted to the shooting, but claimed that she had acted in self-defense and out of necessity. She said that she had no choice but to kill Grabowski because he had killed her daughter and ruined her life. She said that she wanted to protect other children from him and to give him a taste of his own medicine. She said that she did not regret her actions and that she would do it again if she had to. Marianne Bachmeier's trial began on November 30th, 1981, in the same courtroom where she had killed Grabowski. She faced a possible life sentence for murder, but she also had many supporters who saw her as a heroine and a victim. Her case sparked a fierce debate on the rights of victims and the limits of the law. Some people argued that she had acted in self-defense and out of necessity, and that she deserved leniency and compassion. Others argued that she had violated the rule of law and the principle of due process, and that she deserved punishment and deterrence. The trial was a media sensation, attracting hundreds of journalists and spectators. Marianne Bachmeier was portrayed as a complex and contradictory figure who was both strong and vulnerable, defiant and remorseful, rational and emotional. She testified in her own defense and gave a detailed account of her life, her daughter's death, and her decision to kill Grabowski. She said that she had acted on impulse and that she had not planned the shooting beforehand. She said that she had been haunted by nightmares and flashbacks and that she had felt powerless and hopeless. She said that she had wanted to confront Grabowski and make him admit his guilt, but that she had lost control when she saw him smiling and smirking. She said that she had acted out of love for her daughter and hatred for her killer. The prosecution argued that Marianne Bachmeier had committed a cold-blooded and premeditated murder and that she had shown no respect for the law and the court. They said that she had obtained the gun illegally and that she had smuggled it into the courthouse with the intention of killing Grabowski. They said that she had acted out of revenge and anger and that she had shown no remorse or regret. They said that she had taken away Grabowski's right to a fair trial and a chance to defend himself. They said that she had acted out of selfishness and egoism and that she had shown no concern for the consequences of her actions. The defense argued that Marianne Bachmeier had acted in self-defense and out of necessity and that she had shown courage and dignity. They said that she had obtained the gun for protection and that she had smuggled it into the courthouse out of fear and desperation. They said that she had acted out of love and grief and that she had shown remorse and sorrow. They said that she had given Grabowski the justice that he deserved and that the system had failed to provide. They said that she had acted out of humanity and morality and that she had shown concern for the welfare of other children.